I'm gonna practice my Russian.
You're from USA?
Yeah. Как тебя зовут?
Меня зовут Ваня.
Зовут?
Зовут. Thank you.
Очень приятно. Hey, what's up everybody? It's currently day 3 of my quarantine. Been quarantined since I got back to the US. Was in Ukraine. And I'm gonna update you guys a lot more on what I'm doing in a video that I'll post soon. But today I wanna post a video. This video is actually about our trip in Ukraine. So while we were there, we went to a little city called Svitlovoks. And we put on a little basketball camp. And I filmed a lot of it. It was a really, really good time. And so I wanted to share that with you. But before I put that video, I wanted to just say hello and hope everyone's doing well and are safe. Also, I just wanted to encourage you real quick that as weird of a time as we're in right now, what a great opportunity this is to actually stop for one moment in time and actually really think about the things that matter most in our lives. Spend quality time with the people that you love without thinking so much about making money and what's next and moving forward, but just to take a moment in time and pause and reflect on life and be thankful. I just wanted to give you that quick update. That's all for now. Without further ado, here is our day in Svitlovoks. We're going on a little tour of this city. Dang it, I forgot the name of the city again. What's the name of the city again? Huh? Svitlovoks. So we're on our way right now to take a little tour of this tiny little town called Svitlovok. I actually haven't even told you really what we're doing, but we're here in Ukraine putting on a little basketball camp. And if you're wondering, did Silas play basketball? No, I don't play basketball. However, I did play at one point in my life, and I am an athlete, so I can still play basketball. And so we're putting on a little basketball camp for these Ukrainian people. We're gonna learn more as the week goes on, because to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about this. This is my first trip I've ever gone on with an organization called Hoops for Hope. They put basketball camps on around the world. Yeah, so I'm learning as we go. Check this out. Look at this. One of the craziest things that I've seen about this place, all the roads are really crappy and they all have potholes. Hecka potholes in the road. When you watch the cars ride down the road, they literally are all driving like this. They drive the normal speed, but they just all avoid the potholes. It's pretty interesting, pretty cool. But I want to introduce you guys to some of my team that's here. You've seen them in the last video, but you don't know any of their names. So I'll just go real quick around. This is Sean. We got Sean right here. We got Josh. What's up? We got AJ, hello. We got Sarah, we got Peyton, and we got Coach Bones. This is and then we got some Ukrainians right there. Oh, check out this bus, man. Look at these cars. These little cars right here are everywhere. They're like old school cars, and they all have these tiny little wheels. It's kind of crazy. It reminds me of Eastern Germany that was under communistic rule. This is what it looks like. So it's kind of hard to describe this place. It's very overcast. It's kind of like a scene from a Call of Duty map, to be honest, guys. Like, that's just my first impression, you know? But it's still a cool experience, nonetheless. I'm gonna ask my boy Isaac a couple questions. Hey Isaac, can I ask you a question? Well, this is Isaac. Isaac was born and raised here, but his dad is American, so he kind of has a little bit of both worlds. Have you been to America or?
Yeah, I've been to America multiple times. The first time I went when I was like 1 year old. We usually go there for about 3 months or so.
What would you say is like the biggest difference between the US and Ukraine?
They have better roads, that's for sure.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about this place?
I don't really know. It just feels like home.
Yeah.
It's nice and everything. Probably just people are very friendly here. Like if you say hi to somebody and introduce yourself a little bit, like you are instantly best friends or something like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
I'm 11.
For me, this is a very, very foreign feel, you know? Everything just is very different for me. But for Isaac, growing up here, this is his normal. And so that's such a cool part about traveling, is you travel and what's really abnormal for you is really normal for other people. And you start to realize that. Like wherever you grow up, that's home for you and that's normal. And then you travel somewhere else and it's different, but it's normal for them. But this is cool getting to be a part of someone else's normal and seeing just from outside perspective what it's like. I don't know exactly what this is, but I'm assuming that this is some sort of monument or some sort of war. I don't know what this is. That's sick though, it's like a tank. Big old school tank right over here. Привет!
Привет, привет.
Heck yeah, I'm gonna practice my Russian.
You're from USA?
Yeah. Очень приятно. Меня зовут Silas.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно. Спасибо. Let's go. He's my first Ukrainian friend here. Как тебя зовут?
Меня зовут Ваня.
Зовут?
Зовут.
You?
Меня зовут Тима.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Очень приятно.
Очень приятно.
Yeah. Let's go. Peace. Dude, that's dope. I just met my first Ukrainian friends. Gotta catch up though with my crew. Ukraine, baby, this is sick. He's out here meeting folks. So last year I actually went to Dresden, went to Eastern Germany, and a lot of the housing that was built by the Soviets looked like this. So I'm assuming Russian influence has a lot to do with this style of city. It really is crazy, honestly, to think about living here. Like we got some kids over here who just grew up here and this is their normal. I look around and I'm like, bro, this is wild. Like, this is so foreign to me. One of the things though that I think about most coming to a place like this is I think about how thankful I am for all the little things in my life. That's why traveling is so cool, man. You travel to different places in the world and you see how people live and it really makes you thankful for what you have, just the little things in life. Like, shoot, here in Ukraine the roads are really bad, so I'm thankful to have people in America that take care of the roads and make sure they're good. Even though Waco roads kind of suck, it's like nowhere near as bad as the roads here in this little city in Ukraine. So can you explain to me the minimum wage, please?
Okay, so the minimum wage in Ukraine is currently about $120. And that's what a person makes a month working 40 hours a week.
1 month. Can people live off that?
Barely, they struggle, they...
Oh my gosh, $120 a month.
Wow,
thank you.
Now, okay, it is cheaper to live in Ukraine, right? Than,
It's the cheapest country in Europe, arguably in the world.
Really? Wow. Okay, so, and the currency is what?
It's called hryvnia, and the exchange rate at the moment is about 24.5 to $1.
Okay, so hryvnia?
Hryvnia. Yeah, close enough.
All right, so the currency here in Ukraine is called hryvnia, and it's 24.5 to $1. So I'm learning a lot about history right now. As much as I'd like to say I know more, I don't, and I'm learning it now. But Ukraine was run by the Soviet Union up until it collapsed in 1991, and so all these buildings were built by the Soviet Union. And we got a dog. Look at this Ukrainian dog. This is the first Ukrainian dog I've seen this close. Dude, it looks like a wiener dog mixed with a werewolf. Wiener wolf. That's a wiener wolf. Look at that guy. That guy looks like a beast. This right here is a monument to a battle that happened here in 1625. There used to be a group of warriors called the Cossacks that were apparently like really strong warriors. They look like this, I guess, with the crazy looking hair. And the Russians would hire them to fight, and they would fight against different countries, I guess. I don't know. There's not a lot going on in this little part over here. A lot of these cities that were run by the Soviets kind of worn down. Not super pretty, but it's definitely interesting to see. What's the name of this lake?
Well, there's no name of it. It's called the Водохранилище. And it's
What does that mean?
reservoir.
Okay.
So there used to be a village here, and in the 70s they flooded it to make the reservoir for ships.
Okay.
So they dammed it up over there. And there were actually people still living here. They didn't want to move in the Soviet Union, older people.
Really?
And actually flooded it with them still in it.
Really? The Soviets did?
Yep.
So there was a village underneath that water.
And it's still actually, 3 villages. And the buildings are still there, And so in the summertime when it gets really hot, all the algae and stuff will come out.
Really?
And it'll get really stinky.
No way. What would the name of this body be on the map? Body of water.
Светловодское Кременчугское водохранилище.
Okay, so that is the name of this place. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. This is actually really cool. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. I don't know, like the color of the sky and the water and the clouds, like the mist, the whole vibe is just something like I've never experienced before. Beautiful, honestly. This is so beautiful. Holy crap. Dang. Hey, here we go. Day one of the actual basketball camp. We are headed to the gym right now. This will be the first time I've ever done a basketball camp, so I'm excited to see how it's gonna go. I'm honestly just really excited to meet the kids. I love meeting kids from different countries just because they always have a certain amount of excitement to meet people from America. You know, maybe it's because of movies and television and internet and all that stuff that it's cool for them to meet Americans, but I'm just as excited, if not more excited, to meet them than they are to meet us. So it's gonna be a fun day.
So right now we are walking over to the sports complex where the basketball gym is at. So we're gonna start our program with what, 11 through 13-year-olds right now, Sean?
Something like that.
Yeah, with 11 to 13-year-olds, and then after that we'll be working with 14 through 17-year-olds.
How do you feel about your basketball skills?
You know, my personal basketball skills, I can't flex on very much. You know, I sailed in high school, so you know.
So that translates really well.
The athleticism is clearly there. Levi just informed me that the blue and yellow flag from Ukraine represents, or the blue part represents the sky, blue skies, which is actually ironic because I haven't seen any blue skies. And then the yellow on the bottom represents the wheat fields because, is it still known as the breadbasket?
It was more so before World War II,
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay. So Ukraine is known as the breadbasket of Europe because it produced so much wheat. So the yellow on the bottom of the blue flag, blue and yellow, the yellow on the bottom of the flag represents wheat fields.
We out here ready for some basketball. So right now we're in the sports complex, obviously. We're about to start camp number 1 with 11 to 13-year-olds. It's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna teach them how to play some basketball. Yeah.
Perfect! This is the gym that we're gonna be in all week teaching the basketball camp. As you can see, it's just like a kind of a little sports complex thing. So it's cool that the kids have this gym that they can come to. Especially if it's cold outside and rainy, you can come in here and play some basketball. This is where we're gonna be. Camp number 1 down. About to leave and go eat some lunch. Hey Mama. Hey, now was it day 1?
Day 1 was fabulous. I love my girls. They're so cute. And everybody balled really hard. Yeah, but they balled hard. They listened well, even though I was speaking a different language. I would say something and my amazing translator, Ira, would translate it for me. And so they would listen to her. But they knew a lot of English words actually, and they responded to me in English several times. So we just finished the first camp, day 1 of the first camp, and we're gonna go eat and get ready for day 1 of the second camp, which will be a little bit older kids, I think. But yeah, that's what we're doing.
Sweet. Wendy, how was it?
It was awesome. It just ran like a well-oiled machine.
It went really well for my first time. I love my team. I got a team of about 8 kids. I'm still learning their names because they're all like Russian names. It's gonna take a while for that. But had a great time. Kids loved it. I loved being able to practice my Russian with them, learning some Russian, and the kids got to speak a little Angliski. That's English in Russian. And yeah, it went really well. We're headed to lunch right now to get some well-earned Yida. About to dominate some Yida right now. All right, day 1 of the camp over. My thoughts on the camp. It went really well, I'd say, for the first day. I didn't really know what I was doing because that was the first time I've ever done a camp like this. But I had a great time. it was cool meeting a lot of the kids. I loved getting to meet the kids, talk to them, speak a little Russian with them. My Russian like got better as the day went on, and then once like 7 o'clock hit, then it like plateaued, and then the more I tried, it just got worse. So hopefully if I sleep and wake up tomorrow, I will remember some of the stuff I spoke. But overall, it was a really good day, Josh. What do you think?
Good. Exhausting. Tired, man.
Yeah. I'm so tired. Like, my legs are so tired. Plus, like, you know, anytime there was like free time, we would kind of just shoot around and stuff. And I haven't played basketball in years. And my legs are so tired from jumping. Anyway, that's all. It's to sleep, and then day 2 starts tomorrow. Bright and early. There you go. Peace.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to